Terrence Gangster William, aka OG Hated. I'm hanging out with the big homie, Hankin TV. Make sure y'all subscribe, support the brother. We out here doing big things. It's all good, baby. Y'all see we free. We out here enjoying life. Wah. I want y'all to stop the violence, say no drugs, and put these guns down. I'm out, baby. Gotta go.
This is a certified hood classic.
I used to be in my feelings, then I turned up and got a spot. I can't say how much I made in that bitch, I just know it was a lot. I don't care no more if she love me for real, long as she love my knot. They say, you hitting them with too much drip. I know I got a mop. I put my flow in the microwave, I know I gotta blow, now it's hot. I was way too far ahead of my time, I had to slow down and stop. Before I pull up to the honeycomb, I got to go round the block. Looking in blind spots for any nigga think he on the low trying to plot. Go ahead.
Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to Hankin TV, man. You feel what I'm saying? That's my boy. He put dope content over there.
What's up? What is your boy JT? If I say I done it, I did it. Man, I appreciate y'all, man, for standing by, man. We had a few little technical difficulties, but we worked it out. It's the double header tonight. I got a double header. If y'all didn't check out my interview I did earlier today at 7, go through and check that out with Nish, Big Doggin Entertainment. Check out her music. All the links is in the description of the YouTube video for her. Tonight, I got another artist for y'all, DJ KK. He got one of the number one songs trending. If you can, man, can you go ahead and introduce yourself?
What up, world? I am DJ KK, Mr. 550. One of the hottest songs coming straight out of Louisiana, generated Louisiana to be exact. You know,
Louisiana 550. Wait till y'all hear how the title of this song came up. So what part of Louisiana you from, man?
Sir?
What part of Louisiana you from?
Iberia Parish.
Iberia Parish.
Yeah.
So how was it growing up down there?
I mean, it's whatever you made it out of, you know? I
Right.
mean, you had two routes. Either you could go the right way or you could go the wrong way.
So what was you into growing up?
Wildlife. Wildlife. I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, I was wild for a while till, you know, like now I finally caught my head since I came off my last juice and stuff like that. But mostly it was like, you know, music was one of my biggest things I came up into, and four-wheelers and stuff like that, because basically where I was from, it's like the country, you know what I'm saying? Four-wheelers, horses, that type of nature. That's the type of things that goes on down there.
Okay, you say horses, boys, city boys. We don't know nothing about them horses, man. So how did you get it? How did you get into music?
I got into music. It really started. Big shout out to him. He's a legend down here, DJ Dobie D. Shout out to him. Dobie D used to always, still to today, 5 o'clock mix. And I used to always hear Dobie D scratching and mixing on the radio. And I'm like, man, that man cool, you know? But I had an uncle that passed away. His name Solomon Rishaw. We always call him Mo. He always had a big stereo in his room. And I mean, he used to wop, like rock my grandmother's house. So I'm like, I need to see what my uncle got going on up in there. So when I finally got the chance to, you know, go up in there and see, I see he got all these speakers set up and stuff. I'm like, all right. So I started thinking back to the radio. I said, well, Dobie D must got this on the radio. You know what I'm saying? And from there, my mama husband, which is my stepdad, from his way, he came and he was into music and stuff like that too. And so I used to see him, you know, play with music and stuff like that coming up. So I'm like, you know what? If they can do it, I can do it. But anything I put my hands on, I'm gonna be the best at it, you know. So I just took off from there as a youngin, you know.
Right. So you got the name DJ KK. We already talked about it. So you started off DJing, right?
Right. DJing and being a MC in the club.
Okay. And then how did you get into to rapping?
To be honest with you, it's really crazy. Because to be honest with you, one day me and Frank Nitty, my manager, we was riding. Now this is about 3-4 years ago. We was riding, and he was like, "Man, K, I need you." He's like, "Man, you need to put that 550 on wax." I'm like, "Huh?" He was like, "Yeah, you need to put that 550 on wax, man." I'm like, "Huh?" He was like, "Man, that's a song." I'm like, "That's a song," you know what I'm saying? But I ended up getting into some troubles, you know what I'm saying, to where I had to go sit down for a while. You know what I'm saying? I had to do 3 years. I had to go sit down for 3 years. So when I finally came back home or whatever, me and Nitty end up chopping it up and stuff like that. So I'm like, all right, let's go see what they do. You know what I'm saying? And from there, it just been hit after hit, you know?
Right. Okay, speaking of getting in trouble and then putting the 550 on wax, man, tell the people how you came up with 550.
550 come from my troubles. uh Down where I'm from, Jeanerette, Louisiana, we have the Mardi Gras parade. That's what we celebrate down here. Parade, Mardi Gras. And every year for Mardi Gras, the buying went from 550 to 650, 750 to 850, 850 to 950, 950 to a stack. You know, and it was all because of you fight, you going to jail. But every year that buying changed. So one night in the club, some guys that I run with, Black Sea, God rest my brother's soul, 6'4", big shout out to him, may he rest in peace, and Ripper Jack. We would do parties. We would call ourselves Turn Up ENT. One night, DJ Black Sea, he dropped a song which is kind of big in Louisiana. It's called FF going to jail, FF going to jail. So I told him, I'm like, man, bring that back to the beginning. And when he brought the song back, I just come off the head. I ain't got no 550. I ain't got no 650. So when I seen the club reacting to it, it became one of my #1 skits in the club. So that's when people know that, hey, that's DJ Kiki up in here when they hear that 550 skit.
Right. So how did you go about getting it on the radio?
Like I said, big shout out to Dobie D, man. Really? Nitty. Frank Nitty. I got to give it up to Nitty. You know what I'm saying? Anything that's dealing with my music, I mean, from the recording to the beats to whatever it may be with my music, booking me, whatever, Frank Nitty will put it in motion for me. Like, it don't matter what it is, he will put it in motion. Because one thing about Frank Nitty, he is the man with the play. That's all I can say. He knows somebody that knows somebody, you know? So, yeah, big shout out to my dog, Frank Nitty, man.
Right. So, what other projects you got?
Well, I got the 550, which is my top hit single. I just dropped another single. It's called Turn Up. Featured Frank Nitty on that one. I got DJ 6LX on that one too. Beat Big by Mickey Guns. I got another track. It's called Work When She Bop. Beat produced by Mickey Guns. Like I said, once again, big shout out to Frank Nitty. You know, shout out to TY TV. I go to this studio. That's where I record at. You know, so shout out to the producers over there. Because, you know, every time I go in there, there's always love. They get me right. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Big Back in Alabama, Chad. That's who mastered all my music. Big shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like I said, none of this would have never been possible. First thing first, without God. Second, my dog, Frank Nitty. You know what I'm saying?
Right, man. Shout out Frank Nitty. Frank Nitty opened some doors for me.
Right.
With, you know what I'm saying? Introducing me to you.
Right.
So coming up, man, in Louisiana, man, so what was you listening to?
To be honest with you, it might sound crazy, but I listen to slow music. I listen to slow music. I listen to the older type, like the old music, like used to play back in the day and stuff. And but like if I'm vibing out, to be honest, I listen to like Ride Wave, some of Kevin Gates music. I really like pain music, to be honest with you. You like the ones that talk about the struggle, you know what I'm saying? Because the songs that you be talking about, I can relate to, you know, to most of those songs that when they talk about the struggle, you know what I'm saying? So I really listen to pain music, you know what I'm saying?
Right. So by you being in music, man, from growing up and then being in Louisiana, man, so how did No Limit motivate you when they first dropped?
Man, to be honest with you, No Limit, the song that got me was Is You About It. You know, that was like one of our biggest songs, like for 1 year for our Mardi Gras parade. You know, like I said, like a couple of years back, our Mardi Gras parade used to get wild. You know what I'm saying? And you would hear the DJ coming down, Is You About It. You know what I'm saying? One song that was a hit, and still is a hit in the club today to me, ride for my hitters. You know what I'm saying? And man, big shout out to Master P because the chemistry he put together with the guys that he had and the females he had, like he knew directly where to place them at, what song to put them on, what beat to drop. You know what I'm saying? So big shout out to Master P for sure. You know what I'm saying? Because the chemistry was everything.
Right. And then what was the vibe for you when Cash Money came along?
Let me see. Which one? Cash Money. I gotta think back on that one. Cause I mean Cash Money came with so much. Me, like I said, no disrespect to Wayne, but I like Wayne better when he was Cash Money Wayne. You feel me? That's when I like the Wayne. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't have nothing against him now. It's just that I can't vibe out to what he put out now. But back in the day, I mean, when 400 degrees and man, when that come on in the club, like it just do something to you. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, when Wayne was Wayne, yeah, that's when, you know, it was all the way up with me with that type of Cash Money music.
Right. And then having both of them powerhouses, man, coming from down that way, did that like motivate you with your music?
To be honest with you, nah, I really didn't. I always go off of self-motivation. That's something that I always go off because I feel like the style that I come with is different from what they was putting out. See me, my style come from DJing. You know what I'm saying? And MCing and hosting in a club. Basically, to be honest with you, most of my music that's out right now is because of what I said in the club. And I put it on a beat to where people like, you don't have to just wait till I DJ. You could go on all platforms and pull this song up and you could vibe out in your car. You know what I'm saying? So that's where my style come from. You know what I'm saying? And that's my motivation.
Right. So the music you do, is that considered bounce?
Nah, that's what a lot of people get mixed up. Bounce and see, my type of music would be like what they do in Baton Rouge, jig type music. They call that jig. Bounce is when when the girl's just actually shaking and the guys moving it, they move fast to that. You know, jig is like when you got that rhythm and you just flowing with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference. Mine would be considered like a jig.
Right. See, you educating the people because I even know, you know, I'm really just, I mean, I came up on a little bit of bounce, but
right
up here in the Midwest, you know what I'm saying? And I'm quite sure some other places, we don't really know the difference between bounce and jig.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Definitely educating the people. So what you working on now?
I got another project that's coming up. Well, all together we gonna be soon dropping one of my projects. That's with the 550 on it, with the turn up on it, with the work when you bop on it. That motion. I got a song that I'm about to work on. It's called Motion. Man, it's a lot, to be honest, which is a lot, but it's coming. Hopefully for the summer, it'll be here. You know what I'm saying? But right now, we've been tied up with a lot. Nitty been with the podcast, with the DJing. So, you know, he been on the go a lot. Me, on the other hand, you know, with me, with my work schedule and stuff like that. And, you know, I'm just starting to get back into DJing, but not really too much. Then I got a show coming up or whatever. So like basically when it get close around my show times, I like really cool out and relax. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So what you like doing most? You like doing music better or DJing?
Both. because the thing about it, music is my passion. You know, like it's in the Bible, it says Psalms 33:3. I got it tattooed all on his arm right here. You know, music is my passion. That's something that, like me growing up, being with my grandmother and stuff like that, like she used to always have music playing and cleaning up. You know what I'm saying? And like from the old music, you know, that's something that kind of struck me too to get into the music, because I'm like, these people listening to this in their house cleaning up, I just know if I'm somewhere playing this music for them, they all will feel good. You know what I'm saying? And they're not cleaning up. They relax. They're enjoying themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
somebody want to know, have you worked with Big Frida?
No, I haven't. Now, Big Frida would be considered, back to the question with the bounce and the jig, Big Frida would be considered as a bounce artist. Right. That's what you call a bounce artist.
Okay. So is there anybody down your way who you do want to work with?
Oh, well, honestly, we got Level that we about to work with. We got Super Bad, which is a bounce artist from New Orleans that we about to work with. It's a lot, but we just, you know how I go with managers and the numbers and this, that, and the third, and when they free the lady verse and stuff like that. Splad from New Orleans, he about to lace the track up for me. So there's a lot of them that's gonna be featured on a lot of things that I'm about to do.
Right. We know we kind of getting out of the CD area, but I'm just gonna say it. Just use CD anyway. Do you do mixed CDs?
What, saying like for my music wise?
Like, I mean, as far as being a DJ, do you put together mixed CDs that people can get?
I don't stop. I do it all. CDs, USBs, whatever you want, I got you. Because I mean, this is the thing. People forget where the hustle started from since technology and change. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about it. You still got people that's in their 50s and their 60s that know about CD players.
Right.
You know, how you supposed to bless their game with some good feel-good music if you talking about a USB or a computer and they don't know how to operate that? You know what I'm saying?
Right. So,
oh.
What else can the people be expecting from you?
I could just tell them stay tuned. There's a lot coming. I got a show this Saturday night in New Iberia, Louisiana. I'm nominated for one of the On the Rise artists for an award show that's in Lafayette, Louisiana. Man, it's just a lot. It's a lot coming, you know what I'm saying? And we putting it into rotation right now as we speak, you know. As I'm doing this interview, they got things that's being worked on right now.
Right.
You know,
so you had mentioned doing the podcast Frank Nitty got. So do you work with him on the podcast?
Say that again.
I said you had mentioned a podcast with Frank Nitty. Do you work with him on the podcast?
I mean, in certain places that he'll go, and I'll travel with him, going with him to meet some of the people and stuff like that, you know. But most of the time, the way Nitty roll, it could be 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. If anybody say he hit that road and he gonna meet somebody, you best believe it. That's what he gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. I mean, I catch him like on my free time and stuff like that. If I'm off and stuff like that, I get on the highway and go ride with him, and we'll go interview some people.
Right. So if the people want to vote for you, where can they go to vote at?
Southern Tea Magazines. The page is on Facebook. They got the link on the page. You click on that link. Go to the menu on the page. Click on the vote link. You know, click on the Rise Artists. I am DJ KK. You know, and cast that vote. You know what I'm saying?
Is it on? Do you got on your page too?
I have the matter of fact on my Instagram. If they go on my Instagram or my Facebook, y'all will see that I made a post with the On the Rise artists and to vote for me and stuff like that.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put the link to your Instagram in the description of the YouTube video for the people, so they can slide through and vote for you, man.
Right.
You got anything on YouTube?
Yeah. My song Ain't Got No 550 is on YouTube, all major platforms. My new singer that I just dropped, Turn Up, is on all singers. I mean, all platforms. It's gonna be released tomorrow, to be exact. That Turn Up, it's gonna be released tomorrow on all platforms. If y'all want to see the 550, hit a 550 song, because the video, we in a work in progress with that. Go to Knitted TV and type in DJ KK. Ain't Got No 550, and they're gonna pop up.
Right. I need to say you went to OG Percy house with him.
Yes, sir. I surely did.
Oh yeah, for the people out there down that way, I'm about to be dropping an interview with King Corleone. King Corleone, the one to put them hands on OG Percy. I'll be looking for that to drop.
Hey,
dropping here
one thing about my dog Percy, I can say, Percy will let you know he ain't got no 550. You hear me?
Right. You say he ain't got no 550.
Yeah.
So that's definitely what's up, man. I definitely listen to the song. Like I say, up this way, we probably kind of get it mixed up.
Right.
So, where have you performed at? Have you performed in any places? Because it's definitely banging down there.
Yeah, I didn't perform in all kind of places. I mean, like when I dropped 550 like about a year ago. But I end up getting incarcerated again. To be honest, I end up getting incarcerated again. And I had performed a couple of times before that. Then when I came back from my incarceration and stuff like that, I've been just getting like I said, when Nitty called my phone, man, he said, "Hey kid, look, we got a show and such, we gotta go here." I mean, he the man who keep everything in rotation. You know what I'm saying? I can't take nothing from him. I mean, he managed all my music, he put everything together for me. I mean, that's the man with the plan, like I said.
Hey K.
What's that?
Man, you gotta stay out that bink, man.
Yeah, man. I'm reframed, I'm changed from all that. I mean, I'm done with that. You know what I'm saying? There was just that little wildness that I still had in me, you know, but it's all gone, man. It's time to elevate more, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, you gotta stay out that bink, man. We found way more rappers than we do DJs, man. For any young people out there, man, that want to be a DJ or that's trying to be a DJ or wondering about it, what's some advice you got for them to being a DJ?
First thing first, never let nobody tell you can't do it. Even when it seems hard, make it easy. Second and foremost, you got your own style. Just because you hear one DJ mixing and scratching like this, maybe your style is not for mixing and scratching. Maybe your style is for keeping the music in. You know, never settle for less. Always keep going. Always try to reach the top. Always put yourself as number one. You know what I'm saying? Don't never say nobody better than you, because like I say, they probably mixing a song one way and you might mix a song another way. You might get more attention from the way you mixing than with the way they mixing. So never stop. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the marketing is wide open. I mean, I didn't see some people that went from DJs to producers. You know what I'm saying? That just look at DJ Khaled. He was a DJ. You know what I'm saying? Look at Manny Fresh. He was a DJ. You know what I'm saying? But look at the hits that they dropped. You know what I'm saying? Or Mustard. You know what I'm saying? Those guys are DJs. But look at the hits that they dropping. You know what I'm saying? Right. So never stop, because I mean it's wide open for everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And also, man, it's me and it's trying to change our lives, man. We got to lead by example. What advice you would give to our young people to stay out that bink, man?
Never let no one distract you from what you're trying to do. Real talk. Because if you let somebody, this was one of my hardest problems that I had. This right here. You know, and that temper of mine. You know what I'm saying? I used to feel like he didn't call you whatever. You got to react on it. You know what I'm saying? But now that I realize that every action don't need a reaction. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a person could tell you whatever they want to touch you. You know what I'm saying? Tell you whatever they want to tell you, man. Like just keep on rolling, man, because guess what? They're not putting no money in your pocket. You go to jail, they're not gonna put no money on your books. They ain't gonna answer that phone call for you. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about all that. That's one thing I always tell people, bro. If you go to jail, you got to think about the ripple effect. Right. See, a lot of people don't know what a ripple effect is. But you see, a ripple effect is this. When you go to jail, now you got to think about this. When you go to jail, you up in there stressing because you're trying to figure out what that judge talking about. You know what I'm saying? But on top of that, what about your children? What about your mom at home? What about your daddy? What about your brothers? What about your family members? What about the ones who love you the most? How you think they feel on the outside? They worried about you in that place. So your actions just cause not just you to hurt when you caught your head, but it caused everybody else to hurt. That's a ripple effect. You know what I'm saying? So we got to be smart about the choices that we make. You know what I'm saying? When we go about doing things.
Right. Man, you got a lot of talent, man. Don't keep wasting it, man, in that beat, man.
Right.
So when can we be looking for the visuals for the 550?
Soon. Real soon. It's in the process, like right now. Real soon. Like I wouldn't be surprised if it dropped tomorrow.
Right.
Real soon.
Man, down that way, man, it's been real influential, man, in the industry.
Right.
Have you been noticing that as well?
Yeah, I see me with the industry right now. I see that nobody want to be themselves. You know, everybody want to make drill music. And I done heard some artists that making drill music, which they call stepping music, you know what I'm saying? And I heard another track that they did, and I'm like, man, this really dude's style right there. Now, that talking about carrying a Glock and walking down and this, that, and the third, that's not even you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I said you don't have to follow the wave of what somebody else doing. Be yourself. That's just like Kevin Gates. Kevin Gates, to me, Kevin Gates, the one who started with the rapping and the singing on the songs. You know what I'm saying? But look how many doors he didn't open for other people to come in the door and they doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like Ride Wave. You know what I'm saying? Like Kevin Gates opened a lot of doors for Louisiana with the rapping and the singing on the songs, bro. I mean, like I said, everybody, like Young Boy, I don't have nothing against Young Boy, but Young Boy, I see he's going through a cycle right now with his changing. You know what I'm saying? I guess he finally catching himself. You know what I'm saying? Because when Young Boy came out, he was raw. He was raw and uncut. I mean, he was just letting you know he'll walk down, he'll smoke you, your mama, your clique, whoever else. You know what I'm saying? But now I hear that, you know, and I see when I browse on the internet that the things that they post about him, he is going through a change right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say be yourself, man. Create your own lane.
So do you DJ events for people?
I used to DJ events for people. Right now, if y'all want to DJ, 337-967-1011. Call Frank Nitty. Call Frank Nitty. He gonna take it. Now, if you want me to come perform for you, I most definitely will come do that. You know what I'm saying? You know, we trying to make our way that way.
Right. You definitely gonna make it.
We trying to make it out there. You know, we trying to come turn Daytona up, you know, with some Louisiana style.
Right. Well, that's what's up, man. I'm gonna put all the information in the description of the YouTube video, man. Keep me updated when we got new projects and stuff dropping, so I can share them on my page, man.
Right.
And, when you drop that album, hit me up, and we definitely gonna do it again, man.
Most def. We got to talk about that.
All right, I appreciate it, man. Thanks.
It's all good. Appreciate you, man.
You already know.
All right.
Yup. Oh, I hit the wrong thing. My bad. Hey, that was my guy, DJ KK. Slide through and check him out. That I ain't got no 550 is banging. Like I said, I'm gonna put the links in the description of the YouTube video. I'm gonna let y'all know when the visuals drop. And then make sure y'all slide through and vote, man. We gotta start sticking together, man, and pushing ourselves. So make sure y'all slide through there and vote. Go through there, check out the songs, run the numbers up. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I gave y'all a double header tonight. I want to see how that worked. You know what I'm saying? See if I can start bringing more double headers, man, to get as many people on the platform as I can. But if you ain't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. And like I said, man, I appreciate everybody for holding on because we had ran into some technical difficulties. Don't forget to hit that link and go vote for him, man. I'm out.